back to another video, and it is week 2 of college football, and there's a lot of good games to look at, so I will predict all the best games from week 2, and let's get right into it. The first game, we have Notre Dame at NC State, and this is a road game for Notre Dame, and I've actually been really impressed from Sam Hartman so far in this college football season. He transferred from Wake Forest, and now he's on Notre Dame, and he is absolutely rolling. And I think they will get the win here. But NC State is a tough opponent, especially playing on the road. They get a lot of upsets. Like, I remember, I think one year they upset Clemson. That was a crazy game. They're capable of pulling it off, but I just don't see it really happening because I think Sam Hartman is a great quarterback and he'll take care of this one. I'm going to go 38-17 Fighting Irish in this one. Next game, we have Utah and Baylor. This is at Baylor. Utah, they did win 24-11 versus Florida last week. It was a very impressive game. And I think Cam Rising was hurt in that game, but I think the quarterback for them did actually pretty well. I mean, 24 points isn't like unbelievable, but their defense was also really good. Their offense in general was also really good. I just was impressed for them all around. That's all I got to say for that one. Just Utah absolutely destroyed in every single category. The score was different than how the game actually went. Utah actually destroyed them. 13 points. It actually looked like it was a 30-point game. For this game, I think Utah, based off of last week, I have them getting a win on the road versus Baylor. And Baylor, again, like NC State, they're a tough opponent to play on the road, and they're capable of beating really good teams. I'm going to go Utah 35-20, though, for Utah. Next game, we got Youngstown State and 3 Ohio State. And honestly, Kyle McCord is their quarterback last week, and he will be this week. I was not impressed from them last week from playing Indiana. Yes, Indiana, I mean, they're not awful, but 23 points? They got to do better than that. I mean, Marvin Harrison Jr. and Emeka Egbuka are really good receivers. Kyle McCord's got to put it on them to make them do what they do best, and that's what Ohio State does best. If Kyle McCord can put it on those two great receivers, they can get going, and they can put up 40 to 50 points a game. But I don't have them putting up 50 points until they show me they can. But I do have them getting a lot of points in this game. They are playing Youngstown State. I'm going to go 41-10 Ohio State Buckeyes. Next game, we got ourselves Georgia and Ball State. I'm a Georgia fan. I told you guys last week. And they did pretty good last week. I mean, they started a little slow versus UT Martin, but towards the end, really the second half, they did a lot better. They got moving and did what they did best. Their defense played really great the whole time. They put in backups most of the third and fourth quarter, and they won 48-7. This week, I also have them doing pretty good, and it's another cupcake, but you never know. I'm going to go 52-3, Georgia. I mean, it's Georgia, so can't argue with that one. Now, next up, we got the College Game Day game, the best game of the week. Number 11, Texas. Number 4, Alabama. And this game did happen last year. Alabama barely got the win. It was a very, very tight game. It's happening again. This time, it's at Alabama. And it's going to make it a lot tougher on Texas. And I'm pretty sure it is a night game, which is going to make it even more tough for Texas. And Jalen Milroe absolutely balled out versus Middle Tennessee. That was a really fun game to watch. And they won 56-7. I was very impressed with the Crimson Tide, proving all the doubters wrong. This game, I have Alabama 38-23. Even though that Texas receiving core is really good, they got A.D. Mitchell and Xavier Worthy, which is absolutely unbelievable. But I think Alabama is just too good for Texas right now. Until Texas shows me they are actually really legit. They are legit, but until they show me they're really legit, I'm going to go Alabama for this one. 38-23, Crimson Tide. Next game, we got number 25, Iowa, versus Iowa State. And Iowa does have a really good defense. Their offense is just mid. It's getting a little better, though. Iowa Iowa State, they're a pretty tough team. They play pretty aggressive, which I like about Iowa State. They like to get things rolling, and they are a really good team in the second half. I think that's really where they're really good. I actually have Iowa State in this one. A little bit of a mini upset, but I like Iowa State's chances in this one. 27-24, Iowa State. Next up, we got Stanford and USC. And USC, Caleb Williams, maybe Heisman, like he did last year. He's been really good. I mean, Caleb Williams is Caleb Williams. He just makes something out of nothing every single play. Rolls out, throws bombs, and it's just unbelievable. All of his good plays look like they're going to be bad plays, and he turns them into good plays. That's what's so special about Caleb Williams. I'm going to go USC 55-21 Trojans. Next game, we got UNLV versus number 2 Michigan. Michigan also, like Ohio State, did not impress me last week. I really wasn't impressed with their performance. They got arguably the best running game in college football. Donovan Edwards and Blake Corum, and maybe the best O-line in the country. I really believe that Michigan could possibly go undefeated if they beat Ohio State, but if they lose, obviously they're not going to go undefeated. I'm going to go with Michigan 34-0 on this one. Not an incredible amount of scoring from them based off of last week, but their defense, is still pretty dang good. 34-0, Michigan. Next up, we got Texas A&M versus Miami, Florida. And A&M, they actually did do pretty well last week. I was impressed with them. And they got a lot of guys coming back. I do like one guy specifically, Evan Stewart. He's a really, really underrated wide receiver. He's absolutely everywhere on the field. And I think he'll do really good this season. And I do think A&M will get the win 38-21. And this is not the A&M team we saw last year. Last year was absolutely embarrassing. I think this year is different. Now, next game, we are Tulsa and Washington. Washington, they did get the win last week to Boise State. Michael Penix is their quarterback. He is a high Heisman candidate. He's been really, really good. He's like right up there with Jordan Travis from Florida State. I think Washington will get the win in this one, 48-7. And Boise State was a tough opponent last week, but they did get the win though. And I think they will do the same this week from Tulsa, 48-7 Washington. Next game, we got number 15 Oregon and Texas Tech. Oregon is playing on the road, so this is a tough game. And they might have scored 81 points versus Portland State last week. And they're coming into this week with a hot offense. I mean, Bo Nix doing really good so far. I mean, based off of last season, I mean, it was a really good season. I think they went 10-2 or something like that. I think they'll have a pretty good season. Maybe better than last season. And they had a really good season last year. I'm going to say 45-20 Oregon. And yes, Texas Tech did get upset by Wyoming last week. Just a little upset alert. So I have them going 0-2. So 45-20 Oregon. Next game, we got Austin Peay versus Tennessee. Oh, I'm already like, oh no, what's Tennessee going to do? Put up 80 points? Because Joe Milton can absolutely launch that pill down the field. If you saw that game versus, was it Virginia? Yeah, Virginia. He absolutely balled out. They put up 49 points. I have them doing the same versus Austin Peay. 49-7 Vols, and that defensive line is actually really good for Tennessee. Appalachian State and North Carolina. North Carolina got the win for South Carolina last week. That was a great game for them. Drake May played really good, and he's also a Heisman candidate. I'd love to see what he can do this season. And they lost Josh Downs in the NFL draft, which I think is a big factor for them. But this North Carolina team is still legit. I have North Carolina 41-30, a close game. This defense, I feel like, isn't going to do the greatest. They did play Appalachian State last year, and that was a really close game. I think the score was in the 60s. Like, both teams were in the 60s. I had North Carolina this one 41-30. Next game, we got SMU versus Oklahoma. Oklahoma, I'm pretty sure they put up 73 points last week. Very impressive from them. A good offense. SMU, the Mustangs, they're pretty good, but not good enough. I'm going to go 42-17 SMU. Oh, not SMU. Oklahoma. SMU's going to lose 42-17. Now, next up, we got Charleston Southern versus 9 Clemson. And Clemson, they're pretty good. I mean, they did lose some defensive linemen in the NFL draft. I think they're in a little bit of a pickle right now. Cade Klubnik is their quarterback. He's doing pretty good, but they're kind of, like I said, they're in a pickle. I feel like we're gonna have to see what they do throughout the next maybe 3 or 4 weeks. Then we'll really get to know Clemson and what they're looking at. But I can't really tell what is really happening right now from Clemson. But I do have Clemson. I'm going to go 34-3 in this one. A lot cleaner than the Duke game. Next up, we got, the last game, Ole Miss and Tulane. Ole Miss, they put up 73 points last week. And I was impressed with their offense. They got Quinshon Judkins, and he is probably the best running back in the SEC, maybe even college football. I really am impressed from him. He's absolutely great, and he's only a sophomore, which is crazy. He's coming back next year, and if that's not scary, I don't know what is. I'm going to go Ole Miss 42-23 over Tulane. And Tulane, they did have a good season last year, and they did lose Tyjae Spears to the Titans in the NFL, but I don't see it really happening. It is a tough game at Tulane, but 42-23 is my final score. Thank you guys for watching this weekend's football predictions video. Hit that subscribe button so you can watch my week 3 video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.